the top 10 hottest comics of the week based off of cover prices data. That is right, based off of sales data, not speculative data. There's no such thing as speculative data, is there? But sales data, guys. People who
That's a conundrum, right?
Yeah, people who are buying books, prices go up, keeping tabs on all the hotness based on an algorithm. CoverPush releases their top 10 hottest comics of the week on a Monday. Our show is on a Friday. What we like to do is dive into those top 10 hottest books, and Chris gives his 3 most interesting picks of the week. So here we go. We're going to get right into it right now. I'm just super happy that the Sixers won, by the way. Thank you, Chris. I'm glad you play with me like that. Moving on. Top 10 hottest comics of the week. At number 10, Alpha Flight, number 1. This thing is in and out, up and down, but I love it. John Byrne is an icon, in my opinion. Number 9, Thor 617, the first appearance of Kid Loki. At number 8, we have Spawn, number 1. At number 7, we have Web of Spider-Man, number 1, the Bagley variant, 1 in 25, the first appearance of Harley Keener. He was the kid who was in Iron Man 2. Was it Iron Man? No, Iron Man 3. Number 6 is Hawkeye, number 1. And number 5 is What If, Planet Hulk, number 1, the first appearance of his son Scar. Number 4, not the Nice House on the Lake again this week, guys. James Tynion just killing it. Number 3 is Web of Spider-Man. Number 1, the Matuzak variant. Number 2 is Thor Annual. Number 18, first cameo appearance of Lady Loki. And at number 1, Web of Spider-Man. Number 1. Lots of interesting picks here. Lots of things going on. Again, I'm a huge John Byrne fan, so I'm a little partial to number 10. I really quite enjoy it, and I do have a Web of Spider-Man coming at me from my local comic shop there. But now let's just get to Chris and get into the 3 most interesting picks of the week. That was perfect timing, Chris.
All right.
What do we got? Pick your 3 most interesting picks. Let's just get into it.
So, very interesting list. There's one book on this top 10 list that had three books variants, right? But my number 3 this week is What If, Planet Hulk, number 1. So this is the first appearance of Scar, right? This is the son of Hulk. I like this, okay?
Now, how do you pronounce it again?
Scar.
I like it.
All right. So cover price. This is what cover price quoted. This is what they said. Super unconfirmed rumors. Okay. That Scar would appear or could appear in the upcoming She-Hulk show. I love cover price. I give you big props for wording it like this. Super unconfirmed rumors, because that's all that it is. That's all that it is. And there's a theme with these 3 books that I picked. But look at this. 493% increase in sales. $250 for a high raw, or the high raw sale, $250. CGC 9.8 high, $600.
Damn.
Absolutely crazy. Now, I'm just going to leave it at that. But I'm going to talk about these next couple of books, and then I'm going to say something to all of them, if that makes sense, okay? We're going to come back to it. So, hey, look, I'm all for the speculation. And if this happens in the MCU or in the She-Hulk show, then, hey, I'm all for it, right? Let's go into number 2, though, because this is a very, very fun one. Fun in a, I'm not saying fun and all there's some complexities around this, okay? But my number 2 pick is Thor Annual number 18. So this book, oh my goodness. First off, it's the first quote-unquote cameo appearance of a female Loki, but most likely not the female Loki that we are seeing in, spoiler! Guys, I mean, it's out there in the news. If you guys aren't aware of this, if you're not watching the Loki show, I do apologize. It's not really giving anything away in terms of the show in totality, but it seems that there's a female Loki in the Disney Plus Loki show, okay? I'll say it like that. And if that's the case, this female Loki that we see in this book is most likely not that one. All right. Now, nothing's confirmed here. I'm saying most likely, but look at this. 628% increase in sales with the high raw copy of $40. This book was a few dollar book a week ago. So here's the thing. And what happened was If you have the Key Collector app, and don't take this, I don't want anybody watching taking this the wrong way. All right, I'm not shaming Key Collector, but we know what Key Collector does. Okay, they send out pings for hot book alerts, or if there's any type of speculation going on, they will ping you and you'll get a notification. This one said, Key speculation alert. This book has a cameo appearance of a female Loki, which is being rumored to have correlation to the Loki show. And then what happens? People go straight to eBay or straight to whatever, Mercari or wherever they're buying their books, and they're buying it. Okay, that's fine. Key Collector's not telling you to buy anything. Okay, you're doing it on your own free will, right? Okay, let's talk about number one. My number one pick is Web of Spider-Man, number one. First appearance of that dude, Iron Man 3. That dude. He's getting so popular, man. Harley Kenner. That's right. His first appearance in comics. We know that he was kind of grown up at the end of Endgame at Tony's funeral. Speculation of, oh, why don't they make him the new Iron Man and all this? Well, guess what? He's shown up in a comic book. So what does that mean? I think it could mean that there's definitely some strong implication that we could see his character in the MCU again to some capacity, right? Look at this, because this book was just released a couple weeks ago. 396% increase in sales with a high raw of $32. And remember, there was 2 other variants that made it on the list as well. This cover A was number 1 in the top 10. It's my number 1 pick. Look, I'm all for this book being hot right now. You know how I get down. I'm all for the speculation and the market doing its thing. And look, demand is outweighing supply. We saw a huge increase in demand, and people are willing to pay $30 for this book right now. That's all gravy. But let's go back and do kind of a quick summary of how I feel about my third and second picks, okay? My question, and I'm probably going to do, I won't dive too much into it. I'm gonna let you guys sit on this, okay? But I'm probably going to do a video about this on my YouTube channel in the next week or so. This is not market. You guys that watch probably know that I can't really stand the term market manipulation. It's thrown out there way too much. People talk about, oh, it's market manipulation. You know, speculators, Sony speculators bloating up the prices. Stop. It's very hard for prices not to be organic. All right. But what did we talk about a few weeks ago when we talked about the Midnight Suns speculation with people announcing it as being confirmed when it's only rumors? Who knows who started them, right? So although there's no market manipulation, well, that's close to market manipulation, because if they're giving you false information, you are making a decision, a purchasing decision based on false information. Well, there's no, to my knowledge, false information about any female Loki or, you know, a son of Hulk showing up. It's all rumor, and we're making our purchasing decisions based on those rumors, and that's fine. But when you get a book that's $2 or $3, like Thor Annual 18, up to a $40 book in a matter of a few days, just because the Key Collector app sent you a ping saying, oh, hey, we got female Loki going on in the Loki show, this may correlate. Our buyers simply so engulfed in FOMO that people that are sellers, right? This is just a hypothetical example. Maybe they get that same ping and they have a Thor Annual 18 laying around and they post it on eBay, knowing darn well, you know, as of that point, it's only a $2 or $3 book, and they say $25, buy it now. So when that buyer, that collector, gets the ping and goes to eBay and sees that listing, are they just buying it without any research on what the current fair market value is? So what I'm saying is this: are we so FOMO'd out that we are not allowing the demand to even catch up with supply before we start paying a higher tier price? Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm not saying that that's the case, but I'm putting a question mark on it because I think you can at least see a trend when books start to get hot. All right. But it could be the fact that maybe there weren't many of these books just being sold online. Right. So when the ping went out and a few people put them online. Maybe they were auctions. And maybe those people with the FOMO were saying, oh, shoot, I'm going to keep bidding until it gets to that $20, $30, $40. And I don't care because I want it. So that's the big question mark there. All these factors and variables are things that we should question and look at. And what I'm going to do on my own time is I'm going to go research that. I'm going to look at how are these books being sold? Are they auction items? Are they buy it now items? Did an influx of demand really overshadow the current supply in the market? Because remember what I always say, supply isn't about print run. Oh, it's a 90s comic, so there's no way it can go up in value that fast. No, that's not true. Supply only correlates to the availability, the number of books available on the market at any given time. So again, are we allowing ourselves to do the proper due diligence before we make the purchasing decisions? It's the big question mark. So stay tuned. We'll be talking about this more. And it shows these books right here, regardless of what's driving it, it shows you guys the market right now. People are willing to buy. All right. They're just willing to buy. And it's absolutely crazy.
I think it is the FOMO effect. I think we've been living in this pandemic where people that were fortunate to keep their jobs are not able to spend their money in the normal ways that they would. And they are just used to this now. Like this has been ingrained in them. They've been stuck inside just watching prices go up on things based off of the smallest piece of information or somebody completely pumping and dumping. Like it's real and it's a thing. And I agree with that point. Absolutely.